Hey y'all, and welcome back to Our Road Less Traveled. Today we're going to talk about 3 must-see places that you need to put on your bucket list immediately. No? Not immediately?
Yeah,
if not sooner.
I mean, if you're in the middle of going to the bathroom, don't stop doing that, but I mean...
Put it on your bucket list for sometime in the near future.
I'd put it on your list to do in 24.
Okay.
2 of these places you don't want to go to right now. You get stuck in the snow.
That's true. Anyway, hold on, we'll be right back. Also, I had a discussion with some other creators last night. Tell us your input on having an intro in every video. Yep. If you watch us every week, is that annoying? Because some people think it is. No one's told us that, but we wonder, should we take it out or shorten it or leave it?
There seems to be 2 camps, have it or don't have it.
Yeah, or make it short. It is 15 seconds, but I guess it could be shorter, I don't know.
List of places to go in no particular order.
Okay.
The first one is going to be San Antonio.
Yes. So we went to San Antonio in February of last year. It just happened to be when the rodeo was going on, so that was a bonus. That's not going to be going on but like 1 month out of the year. But if you can make it fit in your schedule, it is totally worth it to be there during the rodeo.
Hands down, that rodeo was awesome.
It was incredible. We wish we had had better seats.
It's the professional class where they get the #1 and #2 ranked in the world cowboys and cowgirls to come in. It's a big deal and a very good show.
Yeah.
If you like Mexican food, we always thought Tex-Mex was different than what we thought it was. Y'all.
Yeah. Also, if you want to go back and watch our full videos of each of these places, we did a full video on each one.
Yep.
So there's a lot more detail in those. We're just going to touch on a few things on these, but go back and watch those. We'll link them in the description.
Back to the food, which is what Clay likes.
We both like
some of the best burritos I've ever had in my life. I mean,
Henry's Puffy Taco.
Henry's Puffy Tacos. Them things are like crack.
Yeah.
So the food in San Antonio is fantastic. The steak there is just phenomenal. The other thing that we really liked was that market thing.
Oh yeah, the historic market square. I had to look at my list. Anyway.
If you saw the Google searches I had to do for us to come up with these lists, it was the Mexican market sale and the San Antonio pointing needle thing.
Yeah. All kinds of crafts and Mexican vanilla and just hats, shoes, boots, anything you can think of, pretty much.
Yeah, anything that you would think would be produced in Mexico. Yeah. is there, from dolls to clothes. I mean, you name it. Yeah. It's very, very unique store. Right.
You can't forget the Riverwalk, of course. That is a big thing in San Antonio. We did one of the boat tours, and that was a lot of fun. We
highly recommend that.
Also recommend sitting by the water and watching, the boat tours go by. That was kind of entertaining.
Just do everything in San Antonio.
Yeah, everything.
I mean, we didn't find anything in San Antonio that we didn't like.
Japanese garden was free, so that's something fun.
And if you've ever been there, tell me if I'm wrong, but that thing's called the Japanese Tea Garden, but the sign says Chinese Tea Garden.
It does, and we don't know why.
And we don't know why.
So if you know why, let us know.
If you're from San Antonio or you know the answer to that, let us know, because to this day, that bothers me.
Yep. And then the Tower of Americas we went to, and you can see all of San Antonio from there. We ate at this fantastic restaurant up in the top. Again, if you want all the details about that, go to our other video. But man,
needless to say, that meal was worth every penny we paid for.
Right, very much so. So Custer.
Custer State Park.
They're all different, so different.
Very different.
You can pretty much not compare them.
So let's talk about Custer. We stayed in a family-owned campground, no frills, excellent campground.
It was great.
very quiet, just on the outside of what I would consider the city of Custer, right before you get into Custer State Park.
Right.
And that's really all you need to say about Custer is Custer State Park.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
You can get a pass for your car for $10 for a whole week.
Yeah.
And you can go as many times as you want to. You can go feed the donkeys and not feed the bison. You can see bison and feed donkeys.
Can't feed the bison. Now, the other thing is, in town they have a slingshot rental place, and if you rent the slingshot, part of your rental gets you free access into Custer State Park.
That's right. We did not know that. We did rent a slingshot because we were a little bit nervous to drive our dually through Needles Highway, and we really wanted to see it. So, but we do recommend that as a good way to see Needles Highway. But,
and a dually will make it through Needles.
Also, yeah, we saw a freaking Greyhound bus go through there.
Yeah, big old.
And I don't know if it was a joke or not, but it said student driver on the front.
Yeah.
If you get a slingshot, make sure you bring a raincoat.
Yes. We got held
and
on.
eye protection.
Well, they give you the helmets, but as soon as you leave, you put them in the back storage, and then you forget you have them. So when you get held on, you just get held on. The other thing is, don't get the automatic on the slingshot. Get the one with the stick shift. It's way more responsive and a lot more fun to drive.
Yeah. There are some other stuff to do in Custer, around Custer, that we didn't do on this trip, but we've done in the past, and that is Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to do in that area.
So much
You can do the wall, boondock on the wall.
Absolutely worth it to go stay on the wall, either on your way out or on your way back, unless it's windy, and then I would not recommend it.
I would. I'd risk it. You're not going to get blown off the side.
It was windy when we went, so I
loved it. All right, the other thing you can see is Deadwood, and I had a preconceived notion about Deadwood because I had watched the TV show. It is not wood buildings and dirt roads. This place
not anymore.
has grown up, and I mean,
wasn't the street like made of brick or something?
Some of it was paver tiles, cobblestone, whatever you want. I mean, it's a beautiful little town, and if you like to drink, there's a bar every 10 feet.
There is a saloon.
A saloon. Yeah. So that's Deadwood.
Deadwood. Another thing to do in Custer. All right.
I'm not going to say the last one on our list because we really love this place.
I think this is probably our number one of all time, of all the places that we've ever been.
Ouray, Colorado, also known as the Little Switzerland of the United States. It's called that because it's just absolutely beautiful everywhere you look.
Mountains in every direction, waterfalls in most directions.
Yeah. We stayed at
Uray Riverside Resort.
Okay, so we would 100% suggest staying at that resort.
Yes.
Fantastic people. They have a restaurant on site. Some of the best barbecue we have eaten came out of that restaurant. Very clean facilities, and they have a bike path that goes from the resort all the way into town. You can get to Box Canyon, several other little things. So, plus Jason is a really good guy.
Jason and Amber are the owners, and they are fantastic. So they have Jeep rentals, a restaurant, hotels, cabins.
You name it.
A gas station.
They got it. I mean, pizza.
Yeah.
It's truly a very nice resort.
Yeah.
So outside of the resort, I mean,
in the town of Uray, there's hot springs.
There's several hot springs. I think there's 3.
And several waterfalls.
At least 2.
Yeah.
3, because we could see one from our rig.
There's also like a hike that goes all the way around the town of Uray, around the perimeter, and we did not do it, but I can imagine the views are pretty spectacular from there.
Now, if you're like us from I call us lowlanders, we were raised around 300 feet above sea level. When you go to Colorado, and you do it in the course of 48 hours, you get tired, it's hard to breathe, you may get headaches.
Uray sits at like 8,000 feet.
Right. So, but rest assured, if you call your physician before you head out, there is a pill for altitude sickness, which is what that is. And
Yeah.
you can take it before you go, and it either gets rid of all of the symptoms or it drastically reduces them from
Yeah.
what we've been told.
We found that out after we went.
After. So Uray, I mean, they've got a place in town that does great hamburgers, where everybody puts their stickers,
Yep.
border hookups. We put ours right above yours.
Yeah. And of
Hikes.
course, the $1 Million Highway.
$1 Million Highway. That thing. I was really. I'm not going to say I was scared to drive it the first time because I had watched videos on it. I tell you, if you just pay attention, it's not bad at all. I don't know that I would want to be a passenger because I'm a control freak, but
Yeah, it's scary being a passenger. Also, I would be scared if we were pulling the house because
I don't know that I would.
I mean, I know that people do it and people drive big old motorhomes over it and 18-wheelers go over it, but
The road is very well maintained.
I would have to have blindfold and probably like Valium or something.
The only there's no guardrails.
No,
Other than that, it's just a normal road.
but it's beautiful.
It is absolutely breathtaking. And they have a lot of places you can pull off to the side and take in the scenery.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful, that whole area around there. You know, you've got Telluride to the south, you've got Durango to the southeast, you've got Silverton. You know,
Lot of
trains that you
history.
can go back and forth.
A lot
you
of
know,
history, a lot of mines,
mining.
a lot of
Ghost town stuff.
just tons of stuff to do.
That's pretty much going to close up our, I'm not going to say our favorite three, but pretty dang close.
Yeah.
Next week, I think we're probably going to do something on this thing back here.
Yes.
We'll explain how that happened later.
Yeah. It's been a really busy week.
Y'all are lucky to get this video.
Yeah. It is Saturday night right now.
Yeah, 6 o'clock.
Almost. Anyway, we will see you next week, and that's it. Bye.
Bye.